Welcome back to our YouTube channel. This weekend and probably in the next following weeks we are going to be boarding our loft. So currently our loft looks very much like this, which is obviously not great. It's a mess up here, we can't use it for storage space and the insulation really needs properly reviewing. So last weekend we cleared out this section of the loft, and what we are going to do is, now we've bought some, got a feeling these are 2x4s, I want to say 2x4s. We're going to put this on top of the existing joists in the opposite direction, so in this direction, so that we can then put another layer of insulation here, because you're not meant to compact the insulation because it's like 50% effective or something like that. So today's job is to put these timbers in, roll the new layer of insulation in this direction, and then we will be ready to start boarding this loft out, and we'll show you how we get on. So the first thing that we are doing, other than playing acrobats on the joists, is we're going to make the timbers 600 mil apart from each other. So I've got a tape measure set up to 120, and I want the centre of this timber here and the centre of the timber I'm putting in to be 120, and then I will put one directly in the centre of that, and that will give us the 600 spacing between each timber, which I think is a standard size that we can then put the flooring down on.
The 2x4s that we bought were, I think, 2.1 metres in length, because we couldn't get anything longer than that actually in the attic because of the tight corners and stuff. So we just butted them up against each other. This isn't structural, it's just to create a gap for the loft roll to go in, so it should be fine. So now you can see we have installed these timbers. These are the old ones, so we've got them the same size as these to match. So every 600 there is a timber going from that side all the way over to that side. Ignore this, we're yet to tackle that. So the next job is, we've got some new loft roll and we're going to cut it down into size, and we're literally just going to roll it out, and hopefully it will be the same size, so it should sit flush with this and we'll be looking a lot neater. Any words?
Just about cutting this.
Oh yeah.
We'll show a little trick if I can balance.
This stuff is nasty. This is why we've got gloves on. Lawrence is double gloved there. He's got a mask on. It's not very nice stuff to get on your skin. We have done asbestos testing, so this does not involve. It doesn't have asbestos in, but it's still not very nice. You're not going to be able to talk very well with that mask on.
No. So what I'm going to do, I know it's 600, there's 600, and I'm just going to cut it in the bag, and then it makes my life a lot easier.
So this loft roll is 100 mil thick, so that obviously fits nicely in the 2x4s. We actually realised after doing this that the recommended thickness of your loft insulation should be at least 270, and this only took us to 200. So there was 100 there before, we put in 100, and we were still kind of 70 short of the absolute minimum that building regs state. So after I filmed all of this, we kind of layered up again in the opposite direction to add in another 100 mil, so we were at 300 in total. Another way of doing this would to be install loft legs, so you can get them a lot higher than 100 mil to timbers or 2x4s, but they just didn't seem as sturdy. I don't know why, the timbers just seem like a better way of doing this, so that is what we just went on my instinct, really.
Perfect! Now that bit there is going to be a pain in my arsehole.
We also started off with putting the insulation right up to the edge of the roof until we learned that your roof really has to still be able to breathe, otherwise you're going to have condensation issues. So make sure that you leave probably 20 to 30 centimetres around the edges so that ventilation can still come through that part of the roof, so you don't end up with condensation. Another thing that we will be doing in a later date is installing lap vents in the felt. So it's just another way of helping this roof to breathe so it doesn't get all sweaty and horrible up here.
Any words of wisdom, Soph?
Pay someone to do your loft.
Would you actually generally pay someone?
No, not at all.
I think it's relatively easy. It's just hard work. Oh god, that's when you stand through the longboard.
It is. It's just a lot of labour, but the actual job is not hard at all.
Right, I'm gonna keep going.
So now we have got all of our timbers down. In true us fashion, I didn't actually record us putting the loft roll in, but we put on another layer. So we just put another layer of 2x4s in and put the loft roll in between it. So now we are ready to board, which we've already started. We've done a couple of test ones over here, and now Lawrence is cutting for this end board here, and then we'll start on our second row. Do you want to say what you're doing?
So, because this wall and probably over there, they're not straight, so that means that this from this distance here to this wall is smaller. So I'm just going to cut it slightly smaller, but make it straight, so that the next time I put this down, this side will be straight when I put it over there.
Because we always need expansion joint at the end anyway. You don't want to butt it right up to the edges, so it doesn't really matter. And also to note, we've pulled some of this insulation back from the end of the attic so that the attic can still breathe through the soffits and fascia. We're also going to put in some vents in this felt here just to help the attic breathe now we've put all of this insulation up. We've now made ourselves a makeshift table, and we're going to use a circular saw to cut this end piece.
Damn straight.
So then we got on to securing the 18mm chipboards to the timbers. I use wood glue. You actually don't have to do this in a loft. You'd only really use this on a floor that's being walked on, but I did it anyway. And I can't remember the size of the screws, but they would have been wood screws or general purpose screws of some type. Just make sure they're long enough that they go into your timber as well. We dry fit these boards first. I was screwing some over there. We dry fit these boards first just to like check everything fits and lines up. The off cut of that over there, we've then put here to start a new row, and it joined on a bit that didn't have a joist. So we've kind of made a little support here. Again, we're just going to be using this as storage, so I think that's sufficient. It feels pretty sturdy. So now I'm gonna use my glue and glue this all together. And that is how you board a loft. And then you just keep repeating these boards until you've done. So that is us done in this little area. It is a shame that we have quite a lot to do. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments and we'll try and answer as many as we can. And subscribe to our channel and head over to Instagram to also follow our journey on finishing the rest of it.
Or TikTok.
Oh, it's a bit late now.
Or TikTok. Goodbye now.
You can only see your mouth.
Goodbye now.